Amables amigos, welcome back. We are here again with another episode of the Club Lucha Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Foos, alongside with Floke and Soups.
Hello.
Yo.
And today we have a pretty packed episode. There's been a lot of news here in the last week regarding CMLL and Lucha Libre in general. Plenty to talk about and a few events to discuss that happened over the last week as well. But first things first, as usual, we are back with a Lucha flashback. Floke, tell us a little bit about what we're talking about today. This one was Floke's suggestion. He gave us this very good match. And what is that match, Floke?
The match that I suggested and we did watch for the Lucha flashback was Los Hermanos Dinamita versus Los Infernales from AAA's August 8th show from 1993.
August 8th, 1993. And this took place in Monterrey, La Arena Coliseo de Monterrey, which, for people listening, some of you may know this, some of you may not. If you're really locked in, I mean really, really locked in, or you live in Monterrey, you know this. But that Arena Coliseo de Monterrey, this year, they started tearing it down. So it's closed. That piece of history, that venue is no more. So, moment of silence for them. Tragic. Anyways, Folk, tell us more about this match.
So this was a title match because, as we clearly saw near the end, where it was basically a big brawl. That it was a title match, and you could clearly see that these two groups were they definitely hated each other just from the amount of action that we got in this match, and how just sneaky and dastardly they were acting towards each other in the entirety of the match, basically from the first fall all the way to the last.
It was good stuff. Soups, what'd you think? Your impressions?
Yeah, like Floke was saying, how dastardly they were being towards each other. I really enjoyed how both teams were kind of sinking to each other's depths. For the first fall, we had Satanico being an absolute beast, faking a foul, getting the call from both refs. Both refs missed there being a lack of a foul, but he gets the call. Second fall, Sin Caras does the same thing after hitting a crazy flying knee, and then fakes a foul on himself and gets the call. So yeah, it's just silly stuff that just leads to an awesome third fall. But yeah, I just like how both these teams, no one's acting like a saint or anything. They just really hate each other, and they're out trying to cheat to win, just trying to be absolute pricks to each other.
I know that's right. If you're not cheating, you're not trying, brother. Exactly. The matchups, I have some notes that I've written down here just regarding the initial matchups, how they matched up at the beginning of the encounter. We had Máscara Año 2000 matching up with El Satánico, Universo 2000 matching up with Pirata Morgan, and MS1 and Cien Caras. And of the three, I guess from the initial encounters, all the grappling at first, MS1 and Cien Caras had my favorite opening exchange there. I thought they were very, very in tune. I don't know, it's just very smooth. It's like they were running drills in there. They looked really good.
Yeah.
And another note that I had here is, like you were saying, when Satanico faked his foul, which is, classic Satanico, but when he faked that foul, how he just started screaming.
Yeah, it came through clear as day.
Gotta fake it to make it, man.
That was awesome, man. He was howling in there.
He convinced me, and I saw him fake it.
And then another thing that I had coming through on this one was Cien Caras, his bumps. He was taking some crazy bumps in this. Mm-hmm. I mean, he always over the top kind of bumper kind of guy, but it was some good stuff. There was one of the knees that he missed, and he just went flying over the ropes into the barricade off of just a missed knee. That was really beast. What did you guys think of the ending?
That ending was great. I thought it was pretty great. It was sudden, but it made sense.
Yeah, a nice sudden pinfall that doesn't feel like it's ending too short. It's catches you by surprise, but you're excited by it as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It was really quick. I thought it was like a really like a flash. I mean, the ref counted super fast, I thought. Like it was over as soon as he locked it in, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then we got the whole. They kept fighting each other after the match had ended.
And then it was Sin Caras that hid underneath the barricade, right?
Yeah, yeah. He was hiding underneath the barricade, and the rest of the other 5 men just went to the bag. I'm not sure if Sin Caras got out from under there or he just went another way to get to the backstage. But
He's still
that
under
did
there,
happen.
actually.
Yeah, they had to get him out when they started tearing it down.
It was good stuff, though. It was really enjoyable. Interesting how this is like, well, like this was AAA, Satanico, most, I guess, more closely associated to CMLL. And just like looking at his career, this was like, I wrote it down here. June 4th, 1993 was his first appearance with AAA, and then his last appearance with AAA, September 23rd, 1994. I guess his last regular appearance because he still did. I think he did Padrissimo as well.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
But no, good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good recommendation, Flo. Everybody should check that one out. We were having a good time too watching those commercials.
Yeah, the commercials.
Yeah, it converted me to Catholicism in a short amount of time.
Oh man, good. Hey, that's how you know it's good.
Yeah, yeah, highly recommend.
Yeah, those great 6-man tag match. I mean, two of the best groups. I mean, in Lucha Libre of all time. Just worth checking out in general. And who knows, maybe another day or another episode will cover, maybe like Sin Caras versus MS1 in their Cabellera versus Cabellera match.
Let's do it.
Yes, and this was, for another important note, is this was the original version of Los Infernales 2.
Yeah,
not one of the later. Well, that's like they reformed, but
yeah.
Not,
there was technically an earlier iteration before this, but it wasn't like, I don't think it was like officially confirmed as Los Infernales, or at least it wasn't like, as they weren't like super, people didn't know them as like,
yeah,
consider them Los Infernales, because there was like before Pirata Morgan there was someone else, but this was technically when Pirata Morgan, where he considers himself to be, the biggest factor to their fame, supposedly.
Beast.
That's a real worker. Also, earlier I said that September 23rd, 1994 was the last AAA date for Satanico. That was actually his first, well, not his first, but like after he left AAA, that was like his first CMLL date again. So his last AAA date was August 26th, 1994. And then like a month later, he shows back up in CMLL. So
nice.
Just had to correct myself on that one, or else I would have been thinking about it for the rest of the night. Anyways, great stuff there. And we can jump on into a week's worth of CMLL. I mean, we hyped up the first round of La Leyenda de Plata, and well, let's just talk about it, because I'm not sure it reached my expectations.
Yeah, it was interesting. I want to take a quick look at the undercard first before we start talking about the whole show, but before we talk about the tournament portion. But I think probably the most noteworthy match was probably, I really enjoyed Los Divinos Aguneros versus Akuma Difunto and Sandokan. I thought that match was really good.
I agree. That was my favorite match of the night.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that one. It was a very Panthers formula match, but it works. It worked.
Yeah,
it worked
good formula.
Well. Yeah.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. It worked very well. Templario versus Ultimo Guerrero was also pretty good. I know some people were complaining about the finish, but I honestly thought it was pretty clever. How
that's a great finish.
Yeah, how he Templario was gonna slam Ultimo Guerrero on, so he was gonna powerbomb. Yeah.
Yeah.
From the top rope, and then Ultimo Guerrero pulls off Templario's mask. I thought that was a great finish. It's like, hey man, I'm not gonna let you just pin me like that.
I'm leaving here with something.
Hey man, if I'm losing, I'm losing by DQ.
Yeah, like we talked about a little bit yesterday off air. Lucha is like its best through like pettiness, and that was the most petty finish where he said, "You're gonna beat me, but it's not gonna be the way you want." So
Exactly.
sleep with that.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I
And then we got. Oh yeah, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say about the Templario and Ultimo Guerrero. Like, I did see a lot of people cold on that finish. Like, they didn't really like. But I thought it was so smooth because he got it
Mhm.
right at the
Yeah.
apex of the slam. He pulled it off the apex of the slam, and I will say maybe the crowd didn't pop as much for it. Maybe because they just didn't notice it happened. But to me, I was just like, man, that was really slick. Like that was a really good.
I popped for it.
It made me go crazy.
Yeah,
but
it was really good.
And that monkey flip that Ultimo Guerrero did, like it was like a monkey flip, and then he like. I'm not sure if it was supposed to go that way, but like he somehow transitioned it so like Templario he covered Templario after the monkey
Yeah.
flip happened.
It's like a
I
monkey
thought-
flip
I
into
don't-
like a sunset pin.
Yeah, I have no clue if that was what was if that was his intention or not, but hey, it looked sick. So props to Ultimo Guerrero on that.
It was really.
Oh
good.
yeah, and then after the end of the match, Templario was talking about Ultimo Guerrero, I'm sick of you, all your all your antics and all that stuff, and he's like, you know what? He was like, I want a Mascara versus Cabellera match at probably the aniversario. And he was like, I'm also leaving El Bando de los Rudos y ahora soy técnico, so Templario's technically a good guy now.
He's a
I don't
good
know
guy.
why he needed. Yeah, I don't know why he needed to make the switch just to challenge him for just to challenge him for the apuestas. But hey, I guess whatever works.
He could have stayed Rudo, but I feel like Templario
Yeah.
also. I mean, he has the move set to be a great technical as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
He's got like the Sasuke splash. I mean, he just has a ton of stuff that looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think. I don't think. I feel like for him, it's a lot more like he's gonna have a way easier transition than, for example, Soberano, where he kind of took like a few weeks or like even like just a few months before he got his Rudo formula down just a bit.
Hmm.
It's good though. I like Templario. I'm curious where that Ultimo Guerrero challenge goes. And this is just me talking, it could just be me talking crazy, but if Ultimo Guerrero wants to lose his hair to Templario, like if that's like, I feel like that would be a good hair win for Templario. Obviously, last year Templario won Dragon Rojo Jr.'s mask at the Aniversario, so that the chances
lowers his chances.
it drastic go down. But I do think that maybe in the future, I just feel like that would be a good
Homenaje a los leyendas.
Yeah, because it's like Ultimo Guerrero was saying, and Templario was one of his students. He's he was under Ultimo Guerrero for a while, and I don't know, man. That's just, to me, that's just a good a built-in good story for an apuestas like that, But it was good. It was good stuff.
Oh yeah, and then before Ultimo Guerrero and versus Templario happened, we did have some they couldn't coexist, but
Oh, man.
it was Los Infernales, Averno and Euphoria, and also Soberano Jr. versus Esfinge, Titan, and Valiente. Esfinge kept messing up.
No. Valiente was in the wrong place.
It was Esfinge. It was all Esfinge's fault. And then Valiente was like, I'm sick of it. You know what? Take this dick kick, and then he just fouled him.
Bro, my boy Esfinge has been getting dog walked for weeks now. It's killing me. It happened last Friday. It happened this last Tuesday in Guadalajara. He's just getting his ass beat every week. I think this is 2 weeks in a row. He's lost 2-0. Oh my god.
He was getting whooped last Friday. He was getting the mess beat out of him.
Dude, they're like, if you want to take Euphoria's mask, you gotta take these hands first.
I don't remember Titan doing anything, brother.
It
was just Esfinge hating Valiente, and then Valiente just having enough. Titan was somewhere.
Yeah, Titan was just doing Titan stuff. because it's basically just the same thing. Because we had to get for this, at least for this past Friday, we had to get a, we had to get a Volador. Volador was stuck in the Leyenda de Plata tournament, so they couldn't really advance, his rivalry against Taverno too much. So they kind of just had to, keep building up the whole Euphoria versus Fincan. I guess they're probably going to do a tag tournament is what I'm assuming they're going to do at the aniversario. Hopefully not a cage match because that just sounds
That'll take forever to set up
Yeah.
in the middle of a show probably, unless they make it the main.
No, that's not even the main because
yeah, you couldn't, but you couldn't not make it the main because of how long it takes to set up the cage.
Yeah, but it's Mystico and Jericho, so you gotta understand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, that happened. So they couldn't. So Verano was kind of just filling in as a third. That's kind of his. That's been his role for now. So,
he's on probation right now. This is his community service.
He's on CMLL probation right now. So he's just teaming with his dad and Averno for now. And
I gotta say, I really, for some reason, like this little Esfinge Valiente feud. Not to go too far ahead, but on the Tuesday Guadalajara show, they're both laying maskless in the ring, and they just got their asses beat, and they're laying down. And Esfinge just kicks Valiente in the head, and they're on the same team. Just great stuff. That's psychology right there.
But yeah, that's what happened in that match. Then we get to Block A of Leyenda de Plata. I'm pretty sure all of us were walking in. We're going into the show expecting a torneo cibernetico. The whole battle royale seating and all of that. But nope, we do get the battle royale, but nope, we get a knockout style tournament instead, where all the matches went less than 5 minutes, I think.
Yep, everything except for the
everything except for the semifinal match.
Except for that one, yep.
Yeah, went less than 5 minutes.
I mean, they were all right short matches, but they were just short matches. There wasn't much to them.
I don't think that whenever you have like that short of a match for like every single one of these matches, I feel like there's really not much that you can bring out, or very little special things that you can have in the tournament.
You can get your stuff in, but it's not gonna feel like anything more than you getting your stuff in,
Like, it was basically just what you would imagine. Like the people that were obviously not gonna move on were, they got all their moves in before the person that was gonna move on did a comeback and just beat them up, and that was basically the whole formula for the night until probably Volador versus Ángel de Oro, which ended up being the semifinal match, and I think that was probably the best match of the Block A of Leyenda de Plata.
For sure.
Yeah. That's not. I feel like it's not even debatable. Everything else went like 3 minutes, 3-4 minutes.
Yeah.
Look, they tried. Okay, they try to put it up as like, oh, Ángel de Oro's getting revenge on Volador, from last year's aniversario. But it's just like, after this whole thing that we were expecting a torneo cibernetico, and we get like, this very short amount of these singles matches that aren't even going above 5 minutes. Like, it's just like whatever. It's whatever. Just have whoever needs to win, and we'll be fine for the final, and I guess we'll have to deal with this for another Friday show. But
that being said, they picked the right winner.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
They went with the right guy. So that's the silver lining out of all this. We come out with the right guy in the final match.
They picked one of the 3 best options.
Yeah. So I think we did we call? I didn't listen back to the last episode. I think I said Ángel de Oro.
Subs said Flip Gordon.
Who did you say? I don't know who you said. You said Volador or Ángel de Oro?
I said Máscara Dorada because I thought.
Oh, you thought he was going to repeat.
I thought there was a chance that he was either going to repeat or we were going to get Máscara Dorada versus Neon, but I guess that's not happening yet.
That makes sense. Yeah, I got it right. Anyway, let me take my lap real quick. I haven't thought too much about who's going to make it out this week, but
me neither. Yet again, there's 3 options.
we can talk about that here in a bit when we wrap up.
We can talk about that. Okay, so that was basically the Friday show. Overall, I expected more from it, especially the tournament portion, but hey, what can you do?
Last year's
good show, but
last year's was better.
Yeah.
The qualifiers
Yeah,
were better.
last year's was only 2 weeks, but I did prefer that Torneo Cibernético over any of the singles matches that we got for this Block A.
It's kind of crazy too because like if you just did the Torneo Cibernético, you get the same result, essentially the same way, but like you just cut out the fat of like starting and
Exactly.
stopping the matches, you know? Like,
Exactly. Having the seating battle royal, and then you have to have all the guys come out with their entrances yet again, every single time. Like, just do a Torneo Cibernético. Why are you doing a knockout tournament?
yeah, like the Cibernético just eliminate. Like I don't know, that's a bit of like, yeah, no, that was just a weird choice, and I wish they didn't want to do it again, but they're gonna do it again tomorrow. But then after that, we're back. So
Yeah. So there was nothing really notable on the Saturday show.
didn't
I
really catch
didn't.
anything.
Yeah, I didn't watch too much of it. So yeah, the Saturday show was pretty forgettable. Sunday show though, there was something big that happened in the main event. Where wait, was it the main event? Yeah, I think it was the main event. But basically, um, was it? I don't remember if it was this past Sunday or if it was the Sunday prior. But uh, Valiente and Hechicero started feuding basically, where they were going at each other's masks, during the match, and the finish ended up with the Rudos on top, and then so I guess now they have finally a fourth rivalry to add. So right now the current four rivalries heading into these Aniversarios Apuestas technically, hoping it's a tag tournament, like I said, not a cage match. So we have Euforia and Esfinge, Volador Jr. and Averno, uh, Hechicero and Valiente, and then we have there's another one, right?
I don't know the fourth one.
Oh,
Último
Templario, Último
Guerrero.
Guerrero.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are the four rivalries that we have like brewing basically right now.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I wouldn't be mad about Valiente Hechicero.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I would not complain. I would. That one looks the second, but I would probably take that one. I would probably take that one over
Esfinge
Esfinge
Euforia.
and Euphoria, and probably also Último Guerrero and Templario, just because Último Guerrero and Templario has such a low chance of happening. So it's like I'm not even counting it basically.
You think Valiente loses it?
I wouldn't mind.
I think I think he deserves something nice.
It could be a good way to give him a nice payday. Maybe start putting his son up a little bit up on the card.
Yeah, I'll say. I mean, Valiente can still go. The guy is like he got it back in insane. Like he's cut out of stone, dog. Like he's back in like his prime shape.
Yeah, I mean,
he's built like a bowling ball.
I feel like he'd be fine without the mask.
Yeah,
even if he's possibly bald.
Look, I have this theory that like a lot of guys are bald in there, and it's just because I think I think it must be some sort of like friction from the mask. I feel like some guys lose their hair because the mask, like they wear it so much, maybe like they get like friction alopecia, and like it just like wears away at their hairline and their hair. And then other guys,
what that means, Mystico's bald.
Well, I don't know about
that. Mystico's flying to Turkey.
some guys, I think they're definitely bald into there. I don't know, because some guys they wear hats too much. Hairline goes back, or they pull their hair back into a ponytail too much, and your hairline goes back. I've been blessed to still have a strong hairline, and I hope to have one for the rest of my life. So it's me knocking on wood. Anyway,
we're not knocking any luchadors that are balding.
Exactly. If you are bald, respect to you. Especially if you wrestle under a mask. If you're bald because you wrestle under a mask, respect to you. All other reasons for balding, that's case by case here. But
yeah.
If you did something bad, like you were cursed to baldness or something, we're not going up to bat for you, brother. Anyway, we could.
Holy, there's no way.
What?
Oh, is this a live?
As soon as we're
breaking news alert?
recording this, Shelwa finally has a cage match profile.
Oh
Oh
my days!
my.
Oh my!
Oh,
Hey,
let's pull this up.
anybody listening, go rate Shelwa a 10 on cage match.
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
I'm about to rate him a 20. I'm gonna make another account. Oh, he does have one. Wow,
Yeah.
that's beast.
Wow, this is a live update, right?
This is
Right here.
crazy. This is one of my mutuals on Twitter who wrote the first review for him.
Yeah.
This is Jose. Hey, if you're listening to this, shout out Jose.
Shout out.
Jose. And shout out Shelwa too. We'll talk. We have big. Well, not. Yeah, I guess you could count it big announcements for a Shelwa match that is happening pretty soon.
Yeah. So, speaking of Sherpa, though, we can talk about his more recent accomplishment. Since we're
That's
going
true.
chronologically, we just talked about
On
Sunday.
Monday.
It was the 71st anniversary of Arena Puebla.
Templo del Dolor.
El Templo del Dolor, one of my top most one of the top places I want to experience and go to the most. Like one of the venues.
I want to go there, and I also want to go to Arena Azteca.
Like,
Gotta go see an AML show whenever I can.
to me, that's kind of crazy. 71 years. That's a lot of. I mean, most companies are not even half that old. So
Yeah. Underrated venue too, I would say. It looks really nice.
yeah, and they sold it out. They sold it out by like
Yeah.
noon of that day.
Okay, so they did sell it out, but part of the reason why was because of scalpers. There was a lot of ticket scalpers. One of the guys that goes there like every Monday, El Porra Fresa, he was basically explaining that there was like so many scalpers. I'm pretty sure he skipped the show too.
They priced him out, dog. They gentrified Arena Puebla.
Yeah, because he usually posts the results on his Facebook, but like after the Monday, like I didn't see any of the results on his page, so I'm assuming that he probably skipped the show because of the scalpers. Man, it's unfortunate.
Damn, I would have been mad, honestly, but what can you do?
Hey, but I guess the ML is happy that they sold out the arena.
Yeah, I mean, a ticket sold is a ticket sold for them. They don't care who that ticket goes to.
But yeah, so the big news for Shelwa was that in the second match, he ended up winning the CML Borroco Campeonato against Vegas. And I think this is going to become an annual tradition where every time they have the Arena Puebla Aniversario, they're probably going to do a Campeonato Barroco every year, I'm assuming. And last year's winner, I believe, was Perverso, I think. And this year, some people were a little convinced that, CML might be, growing a little cold on Shelwa, but nope. He won. He won the Campeonato Barroco 2024.
Yeah, and he did a great job on Informa on Wednesday too. We sing a lot of Sherpa praises on here, but we don't do it just because, like, this isn't like just some random guy we've chosen to throw our stocks into, right? Like, this isn't just some random dude we're supporting. Like, he's fantastic in the ring, fantastic on the microphone. He has such a good presence. He connects so well with fans. He puts in so much effort.
Presentation.
Yes,
he puts so much effort in all these things.
He makes like content, like he makes videos and stuff explaining the origins of his name. I mean, basically putting together his own video packages.
Yeah, he takes like crazy initiative to do his own stuff, which is
not only that,
awesome.
But he communicates with the fans on social media too.
Like he stays after shows. He does pictures with people outside of Mexico and various like venues wherever he's at.
Arena Puebla. Yeah, like every single time after a show happens, if you check on his Instagram, you'll usually see like, I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 stories of people that took pictures with Shelwa like after the show.
He's building a very good and very organic base like of popularity and fans, and like, brother, that's what it's all about, Like, I don't know, like to me that's awesome. Like, it's just I keep looking on his website and I keep almost ordering a mask from him because
same here, dude.
I'm just like the price, like it's a legit mask from him. Like, the price is not bad compared to other like people who sell their masks like directly. And it comes out to
Místico,
like
Máscara Dorada.
$200-ish, $220 maybe. Which I mean,
Mm,
people who are not familiar with like buying lucha libre masks from the wrestlers themselves, they might balk at that number and be like, oh, 220. But like a lot of the time, these are like ring worn, or like they're like the same grade of mask that he would wear
yeah,
to the ring, like the professional grade.
yeah,
Because you know, a lot of the masks you can buy outside Arena Mexico, like they're
yeah,
obviously like a lot cheaper, and you know, $10
yeah. But those are
masks.
like, but they're not like the same quality, or
Yeah,
the same type, the same type of fabric that you would maybe find for one that the wrestler actually uses themselves out to the ring.
exactly. Like the cheap masks are made out of like the foam, right? Like that
Yeah,
foam mask, or then they have some that are made out of like a stretchy fabric, but that fabric is like not really super high quality. Like the inside is not lined. Like the pro grade masks, I mean, are like really, really well crafted. You know, it's not like you're not getting something that's like cheaply mass produced. You're getting like an artisan product when you're buying
Yeah,
some of
one
these
to
pro grade
one.
masks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, it depends on the mask maker too, but
yeah.
um
Hey man, I got my Sherlock keychains, man.
I might have to
I
to
actually,
invest.
I
He
got my
has like
Sherlock
a
keychain.
I was gonna say he has
Yeah,
his like a custom. You can make your own mask, and like
yeah. He has his own like, where you can like take certain parts of it and you can like pick the color. Yeah, he has that on his website.
I thought about doing one like red and yellow, like Sangre Chicana.
Ooh, dude, that'd be clean. His recent mask designs have also been nice. They've been like a different material, but they look like it's like sort of the same design as like his usual attire that he wears, where it's like the grayish one, but it has like it's like slightly different material and it looks really nice.
It's awesome.
Also
He's
like
awesome.
changing colors. Yeah.
Um, on this Monday show as well, we had like a dinastias, like father
Yeah.
son sort of mini tournament as well. I see Euphoria
Yeah.
and Soberano Jr. won that.
Yeah, they won. Yeah, they won, thankfully. And then in the main event we had Mystico defending his World Historic Middleweight Championship against Volador Jr. We all know who won that one. Mystico.
Yeah, good stuff.
Ooh. The real main event was the second match, let's be honest.
I bet it was good. I bet it was good.
We'll get to see it hopefully on Sunday.
So yeah,
But yeah, that was the Monday show.
we can talk about Tuesday now.
We talked about the new. Okay, yeah, we did talk. Okay, so this Tuesday show. Well, we're gonna talk about both Tuesday shows because we watched. I don't think we watched. All of us watched the entire Guadalajara show, but we did watch one match in particular that was sick from the Guadalajara show.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome.
So let's start with the Arena Mexico show first. So for the Arena Mexico show, we had a surprising title change um, in the main event. We want to talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. CMLL World Trios champions walking in on Tuesday. Los Bárbaros, Dragón Rojo Jr., Bárbaro Cavernario, El Terrible. Last week they lost and accepted a challenge for those titles from Máscara Dorada, Neon, and Star Jr. And what happened here, folks? What happened here?
In 13 minutes, not 59, um, a surprise to all of us, but a title change. I was actually really surprised because I thought they were gonna hold these titles for, at least until Noche de Campeones, but I guess not. The shocking title change, very
Yeah,
shocking title change.
it was a good match. I like the match too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Besides a few slip ups from Star Junior.
Yeah, he almost ate dirt on that finish like crazy, man.
Yeah,
His last
and
dive.
oh yeah, yeah.
Bro, I thought he destroyed El Terrible's knee too, because El Terrible was clutching that knee. I was like, no way. I think it was fine though.
But yeah, title change. So Neon is technically a triple champion now. I can't believe that I'm saying that we have a triple crown Neon. If you would have told me that a year ago, I wouldn't have believed you. But hey, things happen, I guess.
If you would have told me that in January, I wouldn't have believed you.
Yeah. Hey, well, look what happens. Who won La Gran Alternativa 2024? Look what he's doing. He has no belts at all.
But he won a bigger prize. He got to tag with Flip Gordon on this card, so
In a win too.
yeah, and Atlantis. So I guess
I don't even remember that match.
I remember the match just because I was like, each one of the technicals has to like bring it in a different way. And look, credit where credit is due. That I thought that match was good against Los Depredadores, but
Flip carried his team.
Yeah, the agenda continues.
I mean, here's the thing. Whenever you're Flip Gordon and your teammates are a guy that needs to, be in a nursing home, and the other one is a dude who botches all the time. I mean, yeah, it's very hard not to be the one that's carrying you. It's difficult not to be the one carrying your team. Okay. So.
To be fair, Briante Jr. did not botch anything crazy on this one. I don't think he botched at all on this one.
No, I did notice he was very close. I think it was on the finish when he went to do like the split-legged like corkscrew thing. He almost didn't get his left leg up.
He has to stop using that move. It's not working for him.
Or he needs to like stretch. I think his flexibility needs work.
Honestly,
he was just locked in, man. He was just locked in.
And also, our new national trios tag champs. They had a good match against Cancerbero, Crisos, and Vegas.
Yeah,
I think that one.
They had a good shot.
I think Floke, you pointed this out. We're seeing a lot of Crixus lately, and he's been doing pretty damn well.
I mean, he learned how to catch.
Yeah. Took a step back. Yeah.
Who was it that he just didn't catch?
Wasn't it Star Junior?
It was Star Junior.
Yeah. And his ass went flying.
And then he had to catch Briante Jr.
Yes. Yeah. Went 100 miles per hour right at him.
So yeah, Crisos thankfully learned how to catch.
Shout out to Hombre Bala Jr. though. I've been really impressed with him the last few weeks, and he does that sweet like where he jumps off the guy's back into the corner and headbutts the guy. That shit's sweet with his scrum cap on.
Awesome.
Hey man, if he's a good he's like a good third, since Leon is clearly being moved up the cards quicker than Max Star and Futuro. I think Hombre Bala Jr. is a good, person to, fill in that spot.
Yeah.
For sure. I'll say this, at the end of the trios title match, we had a post-match challenge, actually. Barbaro Cavernario. It was kind of funny because when I was looking at the Discord, people were like, is he about to turn on, are they about to break up Los Barbaros? He's going to turn on Dragon Jr.
I thought that was going to happen at first.
Yeah, but it ended up he just wanted a shot at Neon's Rev Pro Cruiserweight title next week in Arena Mexico. So that should be good. I think that'll be good.
Yeah,
if it main events, dude, that's a big step for Neon. That's gonna be his first Arena Mexico main event. Well, Arena Mexico singles main event. So it's gonna be a big task for him if it is main eventing.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that. I'm going to that Rev Pro show that's just before All In, so I think I'm rooting for Barbaro. I think I'd be more excited to, bang my chest in London with the lads.
Maybe we'll see. Because it would be interesting to see if they have Barbaro Cavernario lose 2 title matches back to back in weeks. But
bro, three back to back chronologically, because he lost the one to Averno and then he lost.
But I mean like in back to back weeks, because this would mean that not only did he lose the trios titles, but he couldn't capture the Rev Pro Cruiserweight title.
He's been having such a great year, but he's just been getting cooked too.
They're not gonna geek him out. I mean, we didn't even talk about Fantastica Mania USA, but I guess we can just talk about one match really, because I feel like
we'll talk about 2 matches because technically we gotta talk about the other one because it talks
Yeah, Kojima and Okamura. Yeah.
No, no, not that bad. No.
The Cavernario and Gene Blast, Yoda Suji. That was good. I really like that.
That was good. It was cool to see Barbaro in like a New Japan style match and really hold his own in that style. Thought it was a good, hard hitting affair.
Good stuff.
It's good. It's good stuff. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. That was probably my favorite. Well, The main event actually might have been. You know what? I'm gonna let my biases aside for this one.
Yeah.
Yodatsuji Caravaggio, I think I did enjoy that one a little bit better than the main event. But I liked the post match of the main event for one good reason, dude, and we can get to that.
And then before we talk about that one, we had a new CML World Women's Champion crowned. You know, after the title was vacated for reasons that are unknown.
I can't even remember who the last champion was.
Yeah,
No.
it's strange. I don't even know who. Yeah, I don't know.
Dark
clue.
Angel.
No.
Sadly, they never gave her that belt. They never gave her the. They never gave her the ball.
Hey, it's never too late. It's never too late.
They should have. But that's a discussion for another day. Willow Nightingale ended up becoming the new CML World Women's Champion. You know, beating both Viva Van and
Yuvia.
Thank you.
Oh.
So yeah, she ended. So yeah, we have Willow is the new champion. We'll see. You know, it's probably not in CML's concerns right now. You know, to have Willow constantly defending the title in CML. So you know, I'm sure if Tony Khan wants to, you know, they could have Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale feud for that belt or something. You know, I doubt it's on CML's list of worries right now.
Yeah. I'll say this. I mean, for anybody who's like, oh, like AEW's holding that belt hostage now, like they took CML. Here's the thing, like, and I feel like a lot of people don't understand this too much about maybe like Lucha Libre. Like, it's not like weekly title defenses for a lot of belts.
Yeah.
Like they'll be pretty spread out throughout the year. I mean, when was the last?
Even the months.
Yeah, like when was the last women's title defense, like the World Women's Title defense?
La Catalina?
Oh,
that was the strong.
No, that was
oh, you're right. That was
I think it was either Lluvia or Jarochita. It was one of those two. I think Lluvia's was defended in. I think it was defended against Lluvia in a indie show. It might have been.
I mean, the fact that we're even having this conversation just goes to
prove
his point exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
like,
or tell me when was the tell me how many times has Gran Guerrero defended a CML World Heavyweight Championship?
It's not like, and the thing is, like, these belts mean a lot when the booker wants them to mean a lot. So like
the World Trios titles, those are probably gonna mean a lot right now with Máscara Dorada, Star Junior, and Neon holding them.
It's like it's ebb and flow. It's ebb and flow with a lot of these belts, and to me, I kind of like that because this, it freshens things up a bit. You get more different matchups. Title defenses are a little more down the line, but usually, like if you're getting a title defense, it's usually going to come off of like, okay, the champion either they got pinned by like a challenger, or like the trios champs, they lost a match, and then the next week it's like, okay, we beat you guys, we want a match for your titles next week. But like you're not gonna get a title match like if like Los Barbaros, faced off against a random trio one week and they won. That random trio is not gonna come back and be like, okay, we lost, but we won a title match.
You guys got lucky.
Yeah. Speaking of title defenses, we need Niebla Roja back, man. We really need him back.
You're right.
I need
Lucha Brothers versus Los Hermanos Chavez.
Los Hermanos Chavez. Exactly. I need Los Hermanos Chavez versus the Lucha Bros. I just need more CML World Tag Title defenses. Los Hermanos Chavez are such an underrated tag team. Good. I just need them back.
Which I guess
I need them to drop that much of the campeones though to Los Villanos.
I was gonna say that could segue into Informa. Oh, but we have to very quickly talk about that main event for Fantástica Manía.
Oh yeah.
Well, and then we'll go back to Guadalajara. But well, I'll just very quickly breeze through it. The end of Fantástica Manía USA, Toki and Místico against Volador Jr. and Rocky Azúcar Romero. Místico and Toki won. After the match, Místico challenged for that IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. Is it an empty challenge, or is it could we see something down the line? We'll see. It could just be like, I want that belt, and then it's not really in the plan. He could just be shooting an angle.
It is not happening. It is not happening. What happened to Soberano Jr. telling New Japan, "Hey, give me any one of your wrestlers. I want them in a singles match." What was it? I think it was either Fantastica Mania or the End of the World Tag League last year. Guess what? Guess what happened? Nothing happened from that.
Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, it lit people up on Twitter. People were like, "Oh, really? Oh, wow." But we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to say too much either way. If nothing comes of it, that's normal. If something does come out of it, even better.
Mystico's gonna fall to the Doki Choki.
Perhaps, but maybe. Just maybe.
No, not happening.
Look, I saw somebody say Mystico wins, and then he holds it up until the New Japan
Wrestle
CMLL, Wrestle Dynasty. Hey, I'm not saying that's what's gonna happen.
You're right. You're right. He should drop it to Dorada at Wrestle Dynasty.
That'd be pretty beast, actually. But something to keep an eye on. Like you were saying,
yes.
let's jump back to Anacoliso, Guadalajara. There's one major match to talk from there. Soups. Tell me about that match, brother.
Oh my God. Okay. Barbosa.
We all know them, man.
Zandokan Jr. against the Villanos. Oh my God. This I don't even know what to say. These guys just beat the tar off each other, man. Brawling around the arena, just mixing it up. Just like go out of your way to watch this match. However, by any means. Yeah, crowd was going nuts.
I'll say this, brother. They were throwing 100-mile-an-hour fastballs down the middle. And they were crushing them, dog. Like, that was real. When people say, that was that real shit, that was
this was that real shit.
Yeah. Like, it was this match. This is awesome. And it doesn't signal a breakup for the group or anything because,
No, not at all. If anything, it made it, like, stronger.
They added another pirate. That's fucking awesome.
In the post-match interviews, they were, Sandokan was like, Barbosa, ahora eres parte de la escuadra, te están poniendo en una posición más alta, they were talking about, he was being put in a higher position and stuff like that. And they brought up the idea of Barbosa running La Escuadra Gauntlet. So Barbosa facing Hijo del Villano Tercero, Villano Tercero Jr., and Sandokan Jr. in a series of singles matches to join La Escuadra. And I hope they go through with it because it would be awesome.
That'd be so real. And I think that's just the makings of an awesome group where they go up in a match, give it 100%, and they don't come out any saltier or worse for wear. Like, everybody, it felt like every participant in that match,
they were interested in fighting each other. Yeah.
That's just dude rocks the match right there. Yeah. Just guys being dudes, beating the hell out of each other, being pirates.
Dude, the fact that they did Barbosa and Sandokan did La Tascada to, it was Hijo del Villano Tercero, right?
Yeah.
And then the Villanos did La Tascada to Sandokan Jr.
Onto Barbosa. Yeah. That was so good. I think I mentioned this months back, but Barbosa, man, he is such a good pirate. That guy just moves like a pirate.
These guys just get it, man. Like, they just get it.
Yeah.
Thankfully he's back because he was gone for I think 2 or 3 months. He was just gone, and we had no clue.
In the high seas.
Yeah, he was out looking for his treasure, something
for the One Piece. Yeah,
he's finally back. But he's finally back, and hopefully he joins the squad at full time.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Hijo de Stuka Jr.'s getting the boot.
Oh man, he would also be an awesome, member. Because the times he teamed with Los Villanos, like, sick matches. Los Villanos, God almighty, man, like, these guys, brother, like, I don't know, I some people, been saying tag team of the year. like they're so underrated. It feels like if you're not watching CMLL and like you see them, you're like, who are these guys? But like anybody who's watching this, dude, anybody who's true to this, they see these guys and they're like, yeah, like going to CMLL might have been the greatest move.
Decision for Tercero Jr. Yeah.
Yes. Like he saw what was going on in AAA and he was like, you know what?
Hey man, he left before it was too late.
Awesome stuff, man. Awesome stuff.
Yeah. Hopefully, hopefully they win the World Tag Title sooner rather than later, because they would just be an incredible team to have as, your World Tag Team Champions.
Absolutely. After whoever knocks off Los Hermanos Chavez.
Who knows? They could be the team to knock off Los Hermanos Chavez,
Could be the guys.
If Niebla Roja is back by the time Noche de Campeones happens, who knows? There might be a poll, and we can maybe, rig the poll and tell everybody listen to the pod. Yeah, get some bots and tell everybody that listens to this podcast to go vote for Los Villanos.
It's good stuff.
And then we'll probably get screwed, and then somebody else will do like some reverse bots, and we'll get Cholo and the studio versus.
No, and they'll win.
We'll get that going.
Oh no, that's the worst.
We can jump forward to the Informa news really quick. So last night, after the timeline was lit, very mixed, divided opinions about a certain match on AEW Dynamite, but all the CMLLians found solace in Informa. It was good. I think it was a good episode of Informa. Some good information. We got major the biggest news. Go ahead.
Big news. We got the first 10 participants of the Grand Prix announced. And let's start naming them off. So for Team Mexico or Team CML, we have the first 5 that we have right now: Templario, Último Guerrero, Atlantis Jr., Titan, and Místico. Thoughts?
Classics.
Good 5. Good 5.
Yeah,
good 5. Yeah, good 5. And then for the team, the world, the first 5 announced. God, I hope I'm not butchering his name, but Ikura Kwan from MLW is going to be representing not only MLW, but he's going to be representing the country of South Korea. Flip Gordon representing.
Yeah, baby, let's go.
He's going to be representing the USA. Of course, you couldn't have one without him. Rocky Azucar Romero. He's going to be representing New Japan, US, and the United States. We have Robbie X representing Rev Pro and the UK, and we have Kyle Fletcher for the Sickos are representing ROH/Australia.
It's good. I want to see who the next 5 are, though. I'm really curious about the next 5. Who they could be, because I feel like we're missing the Japan
bigger name.
Yeah, the New Japan. Whoever's coming from New Japan. I have no idea who that could
somebody
be.
else is announced, right? Dave Meltzer reported that.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Suggs, you want to tell us who was announced?
Yes. Legendary Canadian British wrestler, son of the very famous British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith Jr. This makes no sense to me, honestly, but I am beyond thrilled. If you haven't watched Davey Boy since like his WWE stuff or even his New Japan stuff, it's really developed into this like really good grappler, like this kind of like catch shoot style kind of guy that's really fun to watch. I'm really curious to see how it'll work in CMLL, but yeah, I'm excited for that.
It's good stuff.
Hopefully he wears the jeans.
So those are our 6. Well, so technically we have 6 participants for the world, the team, the international team. So that leaves 4 spots open. We'll probably have maybe 1 bigger AEW name and maybe 1 bigger New Japan name. So that's what we have to look out for.
Because Fletcher was as Ring of Honor, right? Yeah. So yeah, that's good.
He's gonna face off with Atlantis Jr.
Oh my.
He's gonna fall yet again.
Twice in a lifetime. We also got the other big news at the end of Informa. And let me tell you this. Do you guys ever get ads when you watch Informa?
Yes, I do.
Brother,
No.
I got the ad when that last announcement was playing. So I did not see it until, because when it came back from the ad, it was just like the ending screen. So I was just like, oh, I guess I just talked about that some more. Then I looked on Twitter and everybody was like, Death Triangle's coming to CMLL July 26th. And I was just sitting there like, what? when did they do this? But it happened while they were playing an ad. So I got an ad instead of the announcement. I learned secondhand.
Condolences.
Yeah. Lucky for me, though, like, obviously, when the ad was playing, like, as soon as it ended, I looked down at my phone and I refreshed Twitter and it was there. And I was like, oh, that's awesome, actually. But yeah, Death Triangle, the Lucha Brothers,
and Pac.
Penta, El Cero, M, King Phoenix, and Pac. Coming on the 26th July.
That's so awesome, because we were like, I'll probably just get Penta. All right, maybe we'll get the Lucha Bros. I don't think anybody expected to get Pac.
Okay, so you know how they posted the tweet, right? You know how they posted the tweet with the sign that Penta does? So, like, there was more comments on that tweet about it being a Natsupoi.
That would have made your day, dude.
No, it wouldn't have. Penta. I kid you not. The top reply on that tweet was literally a picture of Natsupoi with like a luchadora mask.
Yeah, man. The freaks love Natsupoi.
And like half of the quote retweets were also Natsupoi, and I'm like, please God,
that's
no.
real. That's that real right there.
It's exciting stuff. I don't have any criticisms for it, but I have a few questions actually. I think it was either Rob or Cubs fan Lucha Blog who suggested that there's not an opponent yet because their opponents are probably in this next round of qualifiers for La Leyenda de Plata. I could definitely see that being true because I mean there's a lot of top guys in that second round.
Titan.
Titan,
Místico, Templario.
Neon,
yeah.
There's a lot of guys in that, so it'll be interesting to see who gets in.
I did see an interesting idea that I think was brought up. I think was it Rob who brought? I think it was Rob that brought it up. That he said that to him it wouldn't be a surprise if it's Death Triangle versus Máscara Dorada, Star Junior, and Neon, and then the Death Triangle win and then challenge for the CML World Trios titles, and then they come back and the Friday after that, and you know Máscara Dorada, Star Junior, and Neon defend their titles against the Death Triangle.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
I'm all for multiple appearances, you know.
Yeah.
I really like the Lucha Brothers, you know. I feel like they're, and I was mentioning this, they had not been booked on AEW since Forbidden Door, since that pre-show. Or Penta hadn't. Fenix had. And then Pac had too, but Penta had not been getting booked. But he's booked for this Friday's Rampage. It's him and Fenix against Private Party. And
then on Collision we have Darby Allin versus the Beast Mortos.
So we got some good lucha coming up. Good lucha things.
So yeah.
God
and then so that's happened. So that's a possibility. So, you know, that's the possibility, you know, and then it was Cubs fan that made a joke about it, you know, they were like, you know, the casual fan, you know, saying, you know, we could have, you know, Místico, you know, maybe Máscara Dorada and Volador Jr. And he was like, the fan leyendas, and he was like, please give us Sandokan Jr. and the Villanos, por favor.
That'd
be gas.
It would be. If you're asking me what I would want, give me La Squadra versus Death Triangle. I'd take that.
It's better. Look, it's better booking than whatever they're doing in AEW right now, which is.
Yeah.
I mean, what is Pac doing in AEW right now?
Getting his ass beat.
He's trying to find a way to get to All In.
Yeah.
So Pac will probably make it to All In. You think the Lucha Brothers make it in?
I hope so.
Maybe.
I hope so too. But
They should. I'm often very confused with how they're booked there because they're always very popular, always very good. Can cut I don't want to get into it because I'm just going to get annoyed.
My thing is this, like, and this is just maybe me thinking too much into it. Maybe me just being a little, maybe a little too cautious because of recent events. But like, I don't know, man. Like, part of me is worried that like the Lucha Brothers are gonna come back to CMLL and then like, you know, do some other bookings and stuff, and then at the end of Penta's contract, we're just gonna get a bombshell that he's going to WWE. Like, to me,
That's the worst case scenario.
I'd throw up, man. I'd be like, man.
Yeah.
But I couldn't even like. I couldn't blame him because like
No.
what's he doing on AEW right now? You know,
I don't see it. I don't see it happening just because of like the freedom that they're allowed. Like, because I don't know what would happen to Republic of Lucha if they were to sign with WWE.
Oh yeah.
But I'm sure that would be worked out in order to sign them. But
yeah, maybe I'm just like overly cautious and concerned because I don't know, man. I just don't want to see it happen again.
Yeah. I doubt it'll happen, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm sure Tony Khan is paying them, you know.
I hope he's, I hope they get something good. Because also, I was just thinking too, like, who are the Bang Bang Gang feuding for the belts with?
Christian Cage, Luchasaurus, and what's his face? Nick Wayne.
Okay, well that's not bad actually. For some reason in my head, I thought it was the House of Black again. I was like, But an even better question is this. Okay, in terms of the tag belts, what are we doing, man? What are we doing, man? You got the acclaimed. You got the acclaimed going to Blood and Guts, and then most likely going to Wembley for those tag titles. But you got the Lucha Brothers at home.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna make me puke.
Come on, man.
You guys remember that Young Bucks Lucha Bros cage match and all the classic Lucha Bros Young Bucks matches.
That ladder match?
I don't think people get tired of watching those. I think you could just keep running those till the end of time. Like,
I don't know. Like, to me, maybe it's, and sometimes I think about it, maybe I'm just like, maybe I'm out of touch, right? Like, because whenever I look online, people don't seem to be very hot on the Acclaimed right now.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe, like, I don't know. I don't really pay attention to like quarter hours and stuff like that. I mean, we were talking about it earlier.
Yeah.
But that's just because it was funny. But I don't actually like study the quarter hours and be like, oh, this segment, they popped the rating, the Acclaimed, they're actually, they're popping a crazy rating and that's why they keep, I don't know all that. Maybe they are, and maybe I'm out of touch and like, the live crowds love them. But personally, I'm like, you got the Acclaimed feuding for these titles. You got the Lucha Brothers at home. Those titles haven't even been defended. You couldn't even get the Lucha Brothers one defense. These guys are loyal to you, Tony K. What's going on, brother?
All they get is an eliminator. And they'd lose, probably.
Then again, it's whatever. I'm not losing sleep over it. It's not like I watch AEW every week or anything like that.
Liar. Before we go on to AAA news, do you guys want to talk about some good tag team wrestling?
We were on the topic of tag team wrestling. Ooh, let's talk about the big match that happened this past weekend. Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. y Galeno del Mal versus Los Golpeadores, Alpha Wolf y Dragon Bane. On Noah's show. Man, what a match.
Dude, no joke. This is, at minimum, this is in my top 5 matches of the year so far. These guys just did everything, but like in such a perfect way where they're not like outstaying their welcome. They leave enough on the table for future matches. Every dude in this match looked amazing. I cannot say enough good things about this match.
That's real. What do you think, Floke?
Great match. And I mean, I want to speak about one of these wrestlers in particular. I mean, how is no one's how is no one like, seeing Galeno del Mal doing all this incredible work at only 22 years of age and, they're not trying to sign him, I still don't understand that.
I catch myself sometimes thinking like, is it ridiculous that this guy is in like my top 5 wrestlers in the world right now? It might be just because I like looking at him wrestle and just being amazed that this big dude does all these things, but he is so damn good at such a young age. And oh my god.
It's a different kind of beast. I think
Like-
we've talked about this before too. Like somebody that good, and I feel like the problem that we always run into is like, will anybody do right by him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like if he were to sign to AEW or if he were to sign to like a WWE NXT, like would they do right by him? Do they know what they're getting here?
No, they don't.
I don't
I think that's the accurate answer is like they'll just book him as a menacing big guy in a mask. He'll have like a hot run. He'll lose and then he'll kind of just step back down the ladder again. But when there's so much more, like you just see the clips on Twitter of dudes like Braun Breaker running the ropes. You add an extra 50 pounds and he's still moving the same. Oh my god.
He's a different beast. I see that Braun Breaker moving the ropes thing all the time, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
come on, man! Like, yeah, this was awesome. Like the first 3 times, this is like the 50th time I've seen this pose.
Yeah. There was a spot in this match that I loved. It wasn't anything crazy, but it was the reaction that was perfect. So Galeno hits a topic on Hero to the outside, lands on his feet, lands right in front of the Noah commentary table, and you can see the Japanese commentators just like their jaws are like on the floor. They're like, how is this dude doing this stuff, man? And I think that's how we all feel every time we watch this dude.
He's like, beast. I mean, if you're asking me like probably like the top 5 Lucha prodigies I have right now, he's easily in the top 5. Like, we have like the usual ones. We have, Neon, Sonic, Shelwa, and like Galeno. Like those, it's actually probably Sonic, Shelwa, and Galeno. They're probably like my top 3.
Yeah. The funniest thing about this match to me is like when we talk about like AAA and like what can they do to be better, and it's matches like this where this is not like your CMLL style tag match. This is like very like spot heavy, very like it has that different kind of feel to it. And all 4 of these guys have been in AAA at one point or another. And how are you not building a company around talent like this, where you'd rather have old ass Vampiro facing a coffin in a cinematic match?
We don't even know if it. And then, or for your new tag champs, you can have, one of the teams, you can have Raj Deji and Satnam Singh.
Yeah.
They better show up to work, brother. I'll tell them that right now. They better show up to that Triple Mania to work because they got some hosses in there. And I don't know. You boys are asking a lot of good questions here. How do you not build around these guys? And
like we were talking about earlier, how Flip Gordon had to carry Atlantis through a match. Galeno, I think, could literally carry his dad on his shoulders and work a good match in that Triple Mania match. Which I kind of want to see now.
Yeah, look, guy like me, if I'm booking AAA within the year, Galeno del Mal is
Liga Campeón.
Yeah.
No Alberto el Patron. We would have.
No, he's off to the moon.
Yeah.
You got me saying Galeno now. I'm gonna say Galeno del Mal. God Almighty.
Yeah, but great match.
I
mean, and man, I really hope if Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. is eventually going to leave Noah, I really hope he goes to this is from my bias, but man, I really hope we eventually get to see the Wagner brothers at CML.
That'd be great. That'd be
Like,
perfect.
you guys saw me talking about it, but I was like, on the Discord, and I was like, man, you guys don't know how bad I want to see the Wagner brothers versus the Villanos. Like, the amount of chaos in that match would just be insane.
I saw somebody, I think you'll know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to say the name directly, but I saw somebody pretty upset. I feel like they get very upset when non-CMLL people come in. They were pretty upset about the Lucha Brothers coming in.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. If you know who I'm talking about, then you know who I'm talking about. If you don't, then it's not really something worth bringing up. But people, I'm just going to say it broadly. People are like upset when like people who are not built by CMLL get opportunities from CMLL. They're like, oh, they're jumping over all the guys who like put their blood, sweat, and tears into like bringing CMLL back and all that. And I understand that sentiment. I really do, you know, but I feel like CMLL, you know, they've been doing a pretty good job this year of building up their own guys who are like lifers, kind of like, again, Magnus,
Star
good
Junior.
opportunities this year. Yeah. Star Junior, Esfinge, like they've given them some really good opportunities. And I don't think that bringing in guys on special occasion like the Lucha Brothers, or if, you know, someday we do see the Wagner brothers in, I don't feel like that's going to take away from the guys who are already working there week to week.
Exactly.
You know?
No, they've set that standard pretty clearly, how highly they value their homegrown people.
Yeah.
Their hierarchies,
Like
you know?
Like you can, especially whenever you compare, for example, like, you know, how we were talking about Villano Tercero Jr. coming in, like, we do see that, you know, a lot of times how in the Mystic, was it the Mystic? I think it was the Mystic Aniversario show, but, or one of them. It was either a Mystic Aniversario show, but it did happen in Guadalajara where Magnus, they were building up like a Magnus and Villano Tercero Jr. match Relámpago, and they were talking on Informa, and, you know, whenever the match did end up happening, you know, Magnus had like a clear advantage for most of the match. So like you can tell that they value, you know, their homegrown talent definitely a lot more than the ones that come in, you know, and, you know, start taking, I guess, you know, get in higher positions, or, you know, they came to CML from another promotion, you know, to have better opportunities. So
Here's
you
the
can
thing,
tell how
like,
CML sees that.
absolutely, I think you're absolutely right too. Because if you think about it, really, like, it's not like Villano Tercero Jr. was just hot shotted. He's not in main events. It's not like he's been hot shotted in main events. He gets opportunities because he's showing us something with the opportunities that he's being given. You know?
Yeah.
Like him and Hijo del Villano Tercero, like, and Santokan Jr. Like, these guys are like moving up slowly over the year. But it's because they keep putting on just amazing performances. Like,
like if anyone has been elevated, like if you want to, like if you're talking about anybody that has been elevated like super fast, then that would have to be Neon. Like he's like one of the exceptions where that man has just been quickly just rising up the ranks. Like if you're comparing it from where he was like maybe December of 2023 to now, I mean, yeah, just the way he just jumped from like, I don't know, maybe like the second or third match of the card to now being in like weekly main events, like, yeah, that man got elevated like crazy.
It's awesome, though. I mean, they've got a good system going. It's very clearly paying off for them right now. So,
and I mean, we're even seeing that with some of the guys from the Torneo de Escuelas 2024. You know, we're already seeing Shelwa getting put in a lot of the fourth matches in Arena Puebla, and we're also seeing Legendarios sometimes pop up in second or third matches in like Tuesday or Saturday shows.
CMLL is finding a really good balance between their their veterans who have been there for a long time, like, you know, grinding away, but they're also like giving opportunities to guys who are like earning them through just like incredible performances. You know, I feel like there's a really good balance right now. And sometimes, I'll say sometimes like there are finishes, there are results that we're like, oh man, that should have gone to the other guy. But at the end of the day, the reasoning behind it feels consistent. You know, you know, like you know, with the Gran Alternativa, Brillante Jr., right? It hasn't, like, you know, he won that, but like you said earlier, Neon is like higher on the cards. He didn't win like Gran Alternativa. He was runner-up, but if you look at him now compared to where Brillante Jr. is on the card now, like, it's not like Neon is being denied opportunities because he lost that, right? Or because he's like not connected to Andrade.
Yeah. I mean, even with that, you can see with like even the Torneo de Escuelas 2024, where Shelwa he was the runner up against Forneo, and where has Forneo been? In these last few months, we've seen a lot more Shelwa than Forneo as of late.
That's true, actually. Yeah, where has Fornell been? I don't.
Yeah, what the hell? Yeah.
Dude, he was really good. I'm wondering where is that man?
Where's
Where is he? Bring him
Legendario?
back.
Yeah, dude.
Who?
Where's
Oh,
Legendario?
Damn, that's
Legendario?
great.
I don't know. He was appearing a lot, like in April and June, in April and May, but you know, who knows where he is now?
Bring him back ASAP.
Maybe he's injured. Who knows?
Yeah. Anyway, I feel like this is a good transition because I think we just crossed the hour. We just crossed an hour 15. So let's
Oh yeah.
transition
So
through
yeah,
a big
Wagner
point.
match, really good. Before we turn into AAA, because I don't wanna turn into the bad news just too quickly. AML match the AML match that I'm gonna recommend this week. Um, Angel Azteca Jr., Rey Arabe, and Sonic versus Mr. Thunder and La Schizophrenia, which is Psico Loco and Cardio Loco. Go check that match out. Very good all the way. I mean, you can tell that these guys need a little, these guys clearly have these guys have ideas, they clearly they're working on it, but whenever they get it down, it's just going to be so good. But the match itself was really good either ways, but at the level that they're at, the way that they're able to put on a really good match like the one that they had on this past Sunday, just great stuff all around. La Schizophrenia, they popped out of nowhere for me at least, but man, they're easily becoming one of my favorite tag teams with just the old school comedy antics that they pull, and it's just awesome to see that. And like always, Angel Azteca Jr. and Sonic, were very impressive. Sonic had this one, uh, he transitioned, so I think he did like a dragon rot. He basically did like a dragon rana sort of, and he transitions it into a pin, and just I posted a clip of it on Twitter, and it's just so sick. So highly recommend that match, and definitely worth digging deeper in for matches that include Sonic, Angel Azteca Jr. and La Schizophrenia. So yeah, that's my AML recommendation of the week.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. I always see clips and I'm like, man, this is awesome. From like AML
Did you see
stuff.
the clip? Did you see that one clip where Sonic did a head scissors, and then he did the head scissors to someone into the crowd?
I missed that one. I did see a Sonic clip, but it wasn't that one, and I can't remember what he did. But it made me say, "Whoa!" And then I couldn't find it again. So I'll try and find it and send it to you.
All right, I'll probably okay.
But that being said,
Now we have AAA. AAA. And we'll end it off with some other good news. We'll talk about that one Sherwa match that was announced, to end it off.
Yeah, the AAA news that we have is they're also getting a guest star.
Big guest star, supposedly.
Some people would say maybe even higher in the hierarchies than the Death Triangle. It is Floke's goat, Fresero Jr. Fresero Jr. No, but tell us more about that, because I think you told us about that, and then I saw it was confirmed. I don't really know much about it. What's going on with Fresero Jr. and
Okay, so Verano de Escándalo, right?
Yeah.
So, the main event was, Luchador Sorpresa. And yesterday, Lucha Blog retweeted this tweet that said, Fresero Jr. is, llega a AAA para ser parte de la lucha superestelar de Verano de Escándalo. So he's a part of the main event. The Luchador Sorpresa that was in the main event for Verano de Escándalo, it's Fresero Jr. And then it says that he's going to be teaming with both Sansón and Forastero to face the Psycho Circus and La Secta del Mesías.
Brother.
And so not only that, so we have Fresero Jr. appearing in a AAA event, but he posted something where how Triple Manía Tijuana had the end, they had like that eyeball thing.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So that okay. So Presero Jr. posted a picture of himself, and he was wearing a necklace that had that same eye symbol.
I'm gonna say this right now. You've been building up this the entire year for Fresero Jr. Triple A has
Yeah,
been building this the entire year.
not only that, but whenever they mentioned I think it was that they attacked they attacked Octagon Jr. on one of the TV tapings. They said that the body shapes match perfectly with Fresero Jr. and the rest of El Negocio Tramado.
I don't know, man. You know, I don't really got anything nice to say, so I'm just not gonna.
I think the perfect thing to say is our expectations were low and they still let us down.
Yeah, if they were on the floor, they're not even on the floor anymore. They're just
No, subterranean bar.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might as well be in the soil now. Like that's how
Yeah,
low our expectations. So
I
you're telling
agree.
me that at Triple Manía Ciudad de Mexico, there's a chance that we have El Negocio Tramado show up? Like that was the big surprise with the eyeball. That's really what you were building up to.
Yeah, and they're dragging my boy Psycho Clown into this mess. This is unacceptable.
You know, it
Free
could
the
be.
homie.
It could be. You know, maybe we're being premature on this, dude. You know, it could be like Gallus from NXT.
Oh my god, no.
That would be a. And you know,
Wait.
what? Can I share like a train of thought that I had about last week, and then why I realized how foolish I was for thinking that.
Please.
So you know, last week was the WWE Mexico Super Shows. They're like the house shows in Mexico. In my head, part of me was like, okay, if AAA and WWE have a partnership, something is gonna be like there's gonna be some sort of AAA element on one of these shows. It can be something small, but it's gonna be something. And then nothing. Yeah, and then nothing happened. Like nothing came of it. And I was like, oh, well, guess I was right about nothing. But then I realized, I was like, WWE isn't partnering with all these promotions. Like, it's mainly NXT, right? So I was like, why would they? Yeah. So why would they have brought why would they have brought them in if they're like positioning NXT as a partner, more of a partner to these promotions? And yeah, they'll send some WWE people over, like AJ Styles and Io Sky, but
they don't even promote them. That's the thing. Whenever they're sending, for example, if they're sending AJ Styles or Io Sky, they're not even bringing up the fact that they're supposedly having a partnership with both Marigold and Noah. They don't mention it at all.
I saw something from this last week's Raw how they said that Io is she's beat up because of getting beat down last Monday. Not that she had a match this last weekend in Japan.
Yeah. But then, I don't know. Part of me was just like, well, no, actually. I was kind of dumb for thinking the WWE, like, it would be a main roster debut for any sort of partnership. They're clearly...
That's just how it goes with WWE, man.
Yeah, clearly doing NXT stuff. But this does segue, I feel like, into...
the other three bands.
Yeah, which is a little more positive. Because I feel like this is somebody most people really like and want to see do well. They've achieved a lot in AAA. Arguably, I don't know where you guys would place her in terms of like all-time AAA people, but I think I would place her pretty high. Of course, I'm talking about Fabi Apache, coming over to TNA's Slammiversary pre-show. She's in a 4-way.
The Knockouts title, I believe.
Is it for the title, or is it like a title shot, or is it just a match? I don't know.
One of those two things. I'm not sure, but TNA is using their partnership, so hey.
I'll say, like, I wanted to be kind of mad about it and be like, what? Like, Fabi Apache is on the pre-show, like, and I was thinking of this whole thing. I was like, this is like one of the best. Well, first, let me hear your opinions on what do you guys think about Fabi Apache?
She's great. One of the best luchadoras of all time, and I don't really mind it. I mean, at least they're using her, at least they're booking her, they're using the AAA partnership, and who knows, there might be a chance that she wins if it's not for the title, but if it is, she's not winning. But she's probably going to get treated better than anything that would happen to Fabio Bacha in TNA is going to be better in the way that they treat Laredo Kid over there. Okay.
Yeah, legend of the game, and it's I mean, at minimum, she gets an extra payday.
Exactly.
I don't know how well TNA is paying, but it's got to be pretty decent. And if she wins, she gets another match, gets another payday. So I'll be rooting for her for that purpose.
Exactly.
Definitely rooting for her.
I don't think I'll be watching though.
Yeah. Hey, I think the pre-show is on YouTube, so maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
I'll watch for Fabio Pache. But
yeah, maybe. But after that, you will not get me watching that.
I'm not watching Moose. You can't make
I'm not watching Cyberhistory.
You're not making us watch Moose and Matt Hardy.
The point that I was thinking about, like, I was thinking about it for a while, and then I was just like, well, I don't feel like that's probably not even worth doing any discourse about. But my thoughts were like, I feel like Fabio Pache, for being so good for so long in one of the major Mexican promotions, like, I would even say ahead of her time, because I feel like if you had prime Fabio Pache, like, right now,
yeah,
I feel like it would be like a scramble to sign her, And it just kind of got me thinking, like, she appeared in AEW, one appearance, Battle Royal in 2019, I think, and she was eliminated within like the first 3 minutes. And part of me was like, I feel like that was such a big fumble. I don't know if it was AEW's responsibility or AAA's responsibility to set it up, but like, I feel like that was such a huge fumble that you have somebody of that caliber, and like, I can't speak to the quality, the actual quality of the AEW women's division at that time. I'm hoping that not good. That's what my assumption was. That's what I was working under the assumption, because I was looking at some of the stuff from that time and I was like, But I feel a little more confident saying this now. How could you not? You have that partnership with AAA back then. Back when it was a more cordial partnership. How could Tony Khan have never been like, holy moly, Fabio Pache, like, even if I don't want to put a belt on her or anything, the experience of working with her, maybe even bringing her in to teach some of the AEW, like, younger people, like, some stuff. Like,
that would have been great. Yeah.
This is somebody trained by, first off, her dad, Gran Apache, but she was also trained by Asia Kong, too, right? She was an Arcean.
I think so, yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like she's very overlooked and like.
Yeah. Oh man, they could have had like a Fabi Emi Sakura match at some point, but I don't think they're real like that.
Yeah.
Tony Khan don't got it in him, man.
No, he don't. He's cooked.
He's not a real sicko.
Yeah.
Tony Khan is a real one. He'll eventually get a trainer he'll eventually get either an ex-wrestler that was he should get an ex-wrestler that was trained by Diablo Velasco. Now.
Yeah, if he was a real one. Yeah, like Bestia del Ring.
Yeah. Oh, no.
He said yeah.
Hold on. No.
Wait.
No.
He was trained by Diablo Velasco. I think he was like
anyone but him.
One of the last guys.
Loke's monkey's paw curled.
No.
But yeah, I don't know. I felt like maybe I will get that fired up on the old timeline and I'd be like, what the fuck was Tony Khan thinking back then, man? Like,
yeah, let it go.
He wasn't cooking. Obviously, I don't think it could happen now because, like, Conan, he's throwing a little fit about, I'm not sending you guys any more talent. What comes around goes around. Like, all right, man.
Yeah.
They sent you Kenny Omega.
Yeah. I guess he wants the Miz more, I guess.
I guess so. He sent it over Kenny Omega, and then Kenny lost clean.
Here's the thing. What he wants the big names. Even now that they're probably gonna try to partner up with WWE. He probably wants big names. He probably wants someone like AJ Styles, Randy Orton, someone like that. But in reality, he'll get Gallus.
Yeah, he'll get. Go ahead, Soups.
I wonder if he thinks he can get Rey.
He probably
Oh,
could
I'm
get Ray.
sure, yeah, he could,
yeah.
he would probably get Ray and Dominic.
He
Both of
probably
them,
gets
probably.
any Mexican he asks for.
They don't
He
even.
gets
Yeah, they don't even book
well,
their Mexicans on Mexico shows.
Yeah, I don't know.
even he's probably gonna be like, nah, we don't want to book the Garzas.
Oh man,
Boo.
that's rough.
But you
That's
know,
Conan, man. We'd rather see Nick Nemeth and Alberto El Patron main event. Well, not main eventing, but near main eventing.
Hey man, Alberto said he's doing it for the people of Mexico.
Uh-huh.
anyway, let's wrap this up. Folk, tell us about that Xiaohua match coming up, brother.
Oh my
Goodness.
So this dream, I don't care what anybody says. This is a dream match. This is a dream match for me. So it was announced. Lucha Memes, Shelo has been doing, he's been working some Lucha Memes shows, and it was announced, out of surprise because I saw someone retweet. I think it was like we were mentioning our Twitter mutual Jose. They retweeted this, and the tweet itself says, "El cabrón de Lucha Memes va a buquear un mano a mano entre los dos mejores luchadores técnicos del país." So, basically translating that, saying the fucker from Lucha Memes is booking one on one between the two best technical wrestlers in the country of Mexico. And so on next Sunday, July 28th, we're going to see a dream match, at least for me, probably for some other people, the real ones out there.
The
We're
Fan
gonna see
Leyendas.
Fan Leyendas, exactly. We're gonna see mano a mano, Hechicero versus Sherwa. Big match.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, like these two are like the dudes who are like, hey man, these guys are probably just they'll probably we're always wondering what sort of llaves they're gonna bring out in like all their matches. Like that's the type of stuff that we think about whenever we watch both Sherwa and Hechicero. And the fact that we're gonna get a mano this quickly, insane. Because if you would have asked me, like I was like, obviously since I've been on the Sherwa hype trip, I would have been like, if you told me, oh, obviously I want to see Sherwa versus Hechicero, but if you asked me when it was gonna happen, I would have said, like maybe like 2 years down the line, 3 years, something like that. But the fact that the guy from Lucha Memes, is deciding, you know what? Here you go. Sherwa versus Hechicero next Sunday. Feast.
Run it.
Yeah, like
It's
whoever's
real.
booking Lucha Memes, thank you. Like genuinely, thank you. We're so glad that you're big on Sherwa, because man, if you can get us, matches like Virus versus Sherwa, Blue Panther versus Sherwa, Averno versus Sherwa, I'm gonna be thanking you, and I'll subscribe to IWTV if we get all of those matches. So I mean, big match. I'm definitely gonna be watching, and I can't wait. Could be one of the best technical matches of the year.
Gonna be good stuff. Good stuff. Wow. What a happy note to end this on, honestly. Sometimes I'll say this. Sometimes the future is bright,
Absolutely.
It is worth it to just keep going. Every day, you wake up and maybe you see the sunshine. Maybe some days you don't. But maybe there's always that chance that you're going to see it the next day. And this Sherwa Hechicero match, to me, it says tomorrow I'm going to see the sun. So,
yeah,
absolutely.
All right. Any closing before we wrap this one up?
Shunga Shunga Jr. versus Angel Azteca Jr. is happening on Sunday. So stay tuned for probably my ramble next week on that match.
Beast. Daga, keep your head up, buddy. We'll get that title back in no time.
Yeah.
That's true. This is a pro Daga podcast.
Yeah.
Daga, we appreciate you. You gave seven successful title defenses, And you know what? Another thing, losing just means that you can get even better.
Exactly.
You're already at the top. He's going to reach another level of elite.
Exactly. Yep. Maybe next time he'll win both the junior heavyweight title and the junior heavyweight tag titles,
Let's go, Lion King.
Exactly.
Good stuff. But all right, from all of us here at the Club Lucha Podcast, we again thank you so much for listening. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, or anything you just want to get off your chest, theclublucha@gmail.com. That is theclublucha@gmail.com. Please keep it Lucha Libre related.
Yes. Wait, did we get non-Lucha Libre related?
No, but I
emails?
just the way I phrased that left it pretty open ended.
Oh,
It's not a
okay.
confession. It's not a confessional or anything. Just if there's any discussions you want us to bring up in Lucha Libre, anything that you personally are interested in us talking on the show, then yeah, we'll definitely.
Or any Lucha Flash, any match recommendations for Lucha Flashbacks, send them at the email.
For sure. And I just want to plug something really quick before I end this one. I finished recording on Monday 41-minute video on Hijo del Santo, his best matches. So if you're listening to this now, I'm trying my best. I've edited all the audio. All I have to do is edit the footage to match the audio, and then add some music, and then we're done. And then it's going to upload it. It's getting put on the YouTube.
Nice.
So
is the match with Horace Hogan in there?
yes, it is.
Hell yeah!
Yes, it is. There's 16 matches in that video. It took me like 2 months to do.
Jeez.
So it's
look forward to it.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this will probably be out on Friday. So I'm after we cut this off right here in like 1 second, because I mean, so I feel like something we've gotten really good at. Not to toot our own horns here, but at the beginning when we started recording, I had to do a lot of edits just because I guess we were just getting used to each other's cadences and the way we spoke.
Yeah.
And we leave some space, but now I feel like we're a lot more cohesive. So the editing for these podcasts has gotten a lot easier for me. And we record on Thursday nights and it's out by Friday. So,
dude, that first that was it. The first Gran Alternativa episode that we recorded, I was really recording it in the restroom, man.
This guy.
Dude, moving on up, baby. Let's go.
I had to find a silent room somewhere in my place.
That's beast.
They had the only place.
All right. So we're going to wrap this one up now, though. Thank you again so much for listening. Thank you for listening to our little, silly little conversations about Lucha Libre and all that. And, we're just very thankful. And we're going to keep at it. So catch y'all later.
Peace.
Later.